still want one of those cameras in the house.
Screen went black, but the timer has not started.
Okay, we are rolling and recording. 3,
Oh.
2, 1.
Good day, and welcome to Living Well in Montana. Living Well in Montana is a program of living independently for today and tomorrow, or like we like to call ourselves, LIFTT, L-I-F-T-T. LIFTT is a nonprofit center for independent living that provides programs and services that empower persons with disabilities to live independently as possible within their homes and communities. LIFTT is again, as I said before, is a nonprofit, and we have a service area of 18 counties in south central and southeastern Montana. My name is Jed Barton, and it is my privilege to be the Communications and Government Affairs Coordinator at LIFTT. And on today's program, we will be discussing a program that we are just ramping up to sort of its climax at LIFTT. We've been working on it in the shadows for months. It is called the Aging and Disability Vaccine Collaborative. And joining me on the program to discuss it are LIFTT's Outreach Coordinator and ADVC guru, John Robison, and Erica Yakawich with Lee Enterprises, who has been our marketing partner in a lot of our ADVC activities. Welcome.
Thank you, Jed.
Thank you.
John, let me start with you. So what exactly is the Aging and Disabled Vaccine Collaborative, and how is LIFTT involved?
Okay. So the ADVC is a program that started from U.S. Aging and a lot of other community partners. I'm going to read a little bit off the paper because I don't memorize a lot of this by heart. I do the legwork, and this is a lot of fancy stuff. So led by the ADVC, we're working on a program called the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, otherwise known as the ADVC. And we'll be talking a lot about the ADVC, so if I see it say ADVC US Aging, that's the entirety of what it is.
Okay.
This program is distributing funding and will enable organizations across the aging and disability networks and across the nation to perform a large array of vaccine initiatives. For example, vaccination clinics, education on vaccinations to the aging and disability communities. Here, the primary focus with ADVC are the vaccinations for the influenza and the COVID virus.
Okay.
So with the funding, we received the grant. We are currently working with the 18 counties, the county health departments, local pharmacies to do a minimum of 1 vaccination clinic in each county that LIFTT serves.
Okay, and those are scheduled to start in October, correct?
No, the first one is September 30th.
Ah, okay.
And I've got the timeline. We'll go over the timeline during the program.
Okay. Great. And so, Erica, how is Lee involved with this? Lee has been a partner of LIFTT for quite a while now. You helped us build our new website. And so how are you helping us market these clinics and the other parts of the ADVC?
Yeah. So as you mentioned, we have, this was an expansion of a partnership that we've had with LIFTT for a while. Mm-hmm. You mentioned the website, the app. We've been doing several things to help LIFTT promote themselves. And as part of this grant, there were dollars that were dedicated toward the marketing piece of it to get the word out about all the great work that LIFTT is doing in partnership with ADVC. So we work collaboratively with LIFTT and your team to come up with a plan to reach out to people to let them know that the clinics are available, and that for those that have had obstacles up to this point, whether they haven't gotten the vaccines or any vaccine up to this point, or if they, again, have had some kind of obstacles to get the new vaccine, that LIFTT is a resource for those people that want the vaccines and need to be able to get access to those. So the marketing campaign, again, has been a collaboration to really get the word out that you've got this great project that's rolling out, and that there's going to be clinics and those resources available for people.
And I think Erica made a good point that I'll ask you to expand on, John, that we're not trying to force people to do something they don't want to do. We're approaching this as an organization from an angle that there are aging and disabled folks out there who want access to vaccinations that they haven't been able to.
So this is a person-centered approach. There are a lot of people, especially here in the state of Montana, that don't want any vaccines, or some that may want the influenza, some that want certain vaccines. So our approach on doing this is talking to it and giving them options. So for example, if I go into, let's say in the Billings area, if I'm talking to a group of people, which I've been doing for the last couple months, and they told me they were not interested, there's no pressure. So it's all on them how they want to do it. There's no rush. There's no forcing. We're not making anybody do this. It's voluntary. And so, but the services that we're providing are not only the vaccinations, but let's say if somebody needs a ride to get the vaccination, we'll provide the transportation. Obviously, we're doing the education portion of it. Going into the nursing homes, we're talking to people about the vaccinations available. Like for example, in the Billings area, our primary focus is on the COVID and the influenza, but through our partnership that we've established with Farm 406, we're also offering the RSV, shingles, and pneumonia. And so when we do this approach with the community, it's an option. They don't have to do anything, but if they want it, it's there.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about our efforts in Yellowstone County. Again, the primary television radius of this show is Yellowstone County, and it's available everywhere on the internet. So we don't have a specific time and date for a clinic in Yellowstone County. We're doing a little bit different.
Yeah, so Yellowstone County, the vaccination clinic is actually at Farm 406 at their headquarters here in Billings. I believe it's on 32nd. And the information for that, if not on our website for the location, should be on there soon.
Okay.
That vaccination clinic is actually in process now. So if people want the vaccinations, the only thing they have to do is go to Farm 406, let them know that LIFTT referred them there, and then go through the process.
Okay.
And it's very simple. Farm 406 is open 7 days a week, and their hours of operation, I believe, are from 8 in the morning until 7.
Right.
But that information will be found on the website.
And they're located at 38th and Grand.
38th and Grand.
In the west end of Billings.
Yep.
All right, and so, and then we've got this list of other times and places and events. Maybe we can talk a little bit about that in our other counties.
Okay. So do you want me to go through the county list?
Sure.
Okay. So ongoing, obviously, Yellowstone County, 7 days a week. So if people want the vaccines, they show up. And once again, these dates are the tentative dates. They may fluctuate based upon circumstances beyond our control. So right now they're set, but they may be subject to change.
Okay.
Here soon on the LIFTT website, as well as Farm 406 website and a few others, will be the information if they're for the website themselves. So September 28th in Treasure County at the County Health Department.
And that's in Hysham?
Yep, and that goes from 10 till 2.
Okay.
September 30th, Carbon County. That will be at the Red Lodge Senior Center, tentatively planned for 10 till 2.
Okay.
October 5th, Webull County at the Extended Care.
Okay.
October 6th, Richland at the Sidney Reynolds Market.
Okay.
Also on September 6th at Macomb County at the County Health Department.
Okay, and Circle?
Yes.
Okay.
October 7th will be at Stillwater County at the Community Congregational Church.
And is it the one in Absaroka?
Yes, Absaroka.
Absaroka.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Thank you. October 11th, there'll be
Yeah.
two. First one's going to be Prairie County at the County Health Department.
Okay.
October 11th it will also be Carter County at the Ekalaka County Event Center.
Okay.
October 12th will be at the in Baker in Fallon County at the Baker Rental Market. Sorry about that.
Right.
October 13th will be Dawson's County at the Glendive Reynolds Market.
Okay.
October 18th, Rosebud County at the Ashland One Health.
Okay.
October 19th, Powder River. That'll be at the Powder River Fairgrounds.
Broadus. Yep.
October 20th, at the Custer County at the Miles City Reynolds Market.
Okay.
October 20th will also be Bighorn County at the County Health Department.
Okay.
The 21st will be Muscle County, and it's up there one of two places. It'll either be at the Busy Bee Cafe
Okay.
or a church. That information will be on the website.
Somewhere in the community. around
Yes, the exact location will be on the website
that.
soon.
Okay.
October 30th, Carbon County, again, because we're going to do two with Carbon County. This will be at the Bridger Health Department.
Okay.
November 2nd, Garfield County at the Summit Corral Restaurant.
Okay.
November 3rd, Golden Valley at the Green Mountain Angus Ranch. And once again, on the website, we'll have the exact address and
We'll
city.
keep all of these updated.
Yep. And for most of these clinics, you won't be able to miss us because there will be a semi-trailer from Farm 406.
Okay.
On the side of the trailer is a big Farm 406 emblem.
Right.
You can't miss us. And also at most of them with Farm 406, we will have hot dogs, sodas, drinks.
Okay.
Come out and enjoy the day with us. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Okay. And LIFTT team members will be present with information about our many other
Yes. Yeah.
programs and services. So if someone is interested in more information about the ADVC or the vaccine, there's obviously our website.
Yep.
And our mobile app. But should they call you if they want to make a phone call? Would they call you, ask to speak with you, or?
So they want more information, obviously, if they need further information that the website doesn't provide. They called LIFTT main office at 406-259-5181.
Okay.
The receptionist up there will have the information, so if people need information, call us. Now, with that said, for all the vaccine clinics, primarily you need insurance. Now, we are in partnership with a secondary organization that we just started. We're still working on it. It's called Caravan. And that is an amazing agency helping people who are either uninsured or underinsured. So we're working on the details of what that picture looks like, but we're not there yet. We're still working on it. So hopefully by the day of the first vaccination clinic, we'll be up and running with them. I hope.
Okay, that's great, because there are certainly underinsured and uninsured populations across eastern and central Montana that need to be taken care of.
Yep.
Erica, I'm going to pivot a little here, and so what are sort of the components of the marketing assistance that Lee is, again, working with LIFTT on?
Yeah. So to your point that you made earlier, it was an important part of this process to make sure that we had the right kind of messaging and imagery that not only aligned with what the U.S. Aging, their goals and what their objectives are, but also LIFTT and making sure that it's not a explosion of information encouraging people to get the vaccine. It's more informational marketing, and to make sure that we're getting it in the right spots and that marketing is accessible for everybody who may be touching it or interacting with it. So it's a diverse plan. We've got a mix of, and the whole goal was to make sure that if someone is looking for those resources, that when they did find those, that you would be the first that they could go to get that information. So in building that strategic plan, we really thought about where are the most convenient places and where are people that may have a disability where they may be able to find that information. So the messaging, again, was not overtly go get a vaccine. It's if you want one and you make that decision for yourself, here's the information. And then as far as getting it out where those specific channels are, social media is a great place. There is a large population of people in the 18 counties that you serve that are on social media, that are engaging with you in that way. So we are able to reach out to that audience in a very targeted way so that they could have that messaging. And on social media, not only on the LIFTT Facebook page, but for the ads that are running, it will be that messaging about the clinics so that people can keep informed with what's going on. The other pieces are that if you do go out to Google and you're looking for those resources, that LIFTT should pop up first. We want people to be able to link to your website and get all of that relevant information. There's also some content, because we know not everybody in marketing will engage with a social media ad, or they may not see a video and then do something about it. So as part of the plan, we're also developing content so people can read and learn a little bit more about the program. Instead of just seeing an image with a little bit of messaging about a clinic. They want to maybe learn more about the program, what it's covering. So we tried to be really strategic with how we get the message out, how the message was crafted, and then again, what kind of imagery was included with it.
Another piece of the pie that we're looking at is because a lot of the population we serve may not be on social media, may not have access to the internet, whatever the case is. We began a very aggressive outreach plan. We're actually in the community talking to people, giving out the flyers, talking to them about the pros and cons. We are also providing information for informational based about the vaccines that are being offered. And so when we're out there talking to people, we have the fact sheets about the COVID, about the influenza, the RSV, the shingles. So that way the consumers or the people out there can make more of an informed decision about what's going on.
Okay, that's good. And are there LIFTT team members available if a community group like a Kiwanis Club or somebody wanted a presentation from LIFTT about not only the ADVC or but also LIFTT and all of our services? Would that be something that we could arrange?
So we are currently averaging right now 3 presentations a week for community member or community agencies who want us to come in and talk to them. We've worked with the Kiwanis Club.
Okay.
We have Intermountain Health that will be at, I believe it's next week.
Okay.
So we've done a lot of outreach in that method. We've been to Montana Rescue Mission, talking to those folks about who we are and what we do. So when we go out there, provide the information to the community, it's not only for the ADVC US Aging Program, it is also about LIFTT's core services and what we could do to help the community. And then during the next few months, we'll be in the 18 counties talking to people, providing the information out there. Because yes, this is the US Aging Program is amazing, but we also have people out there who need other services, other vaccinations.
Yeah, it's actually been a great sort of, I guess the term would be entry point for a lot of people to what LIFTT is. And
yeah, it's a good thing. I've noticed since we've been with this program, our customer base or our consumer base has increased quite a bit. And I'm hoping that the more we get out there, do the outreach, we talk about our programs, we're going to be able to help more people. That's the end goal.
yeah, it is definitely the end goal. Final thoughts, is there been any particular, since you've been out there pounding the pavement, so to speak, is there any particular incidents or stories from your visits that, again, without you might be able to share about?
Yeah, so people are amazed about the services that we provide. We've been, for example, in Billings at the farmers market. We've been to the farmers market talking about our services, and a lot of people didn't even know that we existed. which amazes me because we've been here for over 20 years. And so it doesn't matter who they are, we're talking to them what we provide. Because like we've talked about in previous airings of this show, people right now might not have disability. They may think everything's good and they won't fall within that realm, but you never know. Tomorrow you may be in a car accident. You may have something actually happen bad and you need our services. And so we're hoping that we get enough situation information out there so in case someone does need it, even in the future, they'll have it. We've been all throughout the corners of every county so far, talking to people and just spreading the word about who we are. And if you see us out there, please stop, say hello, and talk to us. We're one of the best kept secrets in Montana.
I would agree with that. All right. Well, we're coming up on the time here. So John and Erica, thank you for joining us today. Again, for more information about LIFTT and its programs, you can visit us on the web at www.liftt.org, or you can download our mobile app for Apple or Android. Links are available on our website as well as by entering LIFTT in the search on your preferred app store of choice. Again, my name is Jed Barton, and thank you for joining us.